we are here to help you plan, prepare for, and get excited for your Disney cruise. I don't know about you guys, but I am so excited and so grateful to Laura to let us join in on her time at Disney's brand new private destination in the Bahamas, Lookout Cay. I'm so excited. Laura, as before coming in, do you want to quickly introduce yourself?
I'm Laura with Fairy Tale Journeys Travel, and I'm here on the inaugural sailing of the Disney Cruise Line to Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah.
We just got here this morning, and it is a beautiful day. And my husband and I just meandered, got lucky and scored a cabana. So we were on the family side. So we just came over to this side where all the action happens, and we are working our way back to the cabana. So walk with us if we can find our way.
Yes.
Going to the tram to go eat.
I am so excited just to see
I
everything.
wanted to
The
be
colors
able-
will look amazing.
We want to take you because we promised you from the island. I think this cruise is a little different than the preview cruise. Things are definitely a little different than I think the people who came here a couple days ago saw. Things in full swing.
Good to know.
So if you have questions, I don't
Awesome.
know, Rebecca, you're gonna have to tell me about the connection. There's no Wi-Fi here, so I'm on LTE. So
Good to know. Okay. You're good right now. And I will let you know lots of questions submitted, of course, about the walk from the ship to where you catch the tram. What were your, I know you're a New Yorker, so walking is in our blood, but what did you think about the walk?
okay, bad walk. It was a 0.5 mile walk. We were walking slowly in flip-flops. It took us 10 minutes because we were walking slow, right? 12 minutes. We were taking in the beauty of the ship. We're going to actually time the walk from the ship to the first tram port on Can you hear me?
I'm losing you a little bit.
Okay, sorry. I really think it's the same distance to the first tram port on Castaway Cay.
Good to know. Okay. Yeah, lots of heat coming in about that one. And I think something that a lot of people are forgetting is, right, this is not Disney's private island. So they got to kind of reset those expectations, right? Like this is a port, you know, when you get off just about any port, I mean, think about the distance to get from the port in Rome to Rome itself. That's like an hour drive, you know? So
exactly.
kind of reset some of those expectations.
I learned a little something. I learned that, we have to go this way. Sorry. I learned that this is also Carnival's private island, Half Moon Cay. And they are down the beach from us quite a ways, but they were tendering boats. So their guests need to tender to the island, and we get to walk. So it's a much better experience. But in order for Disney to be here, they had to agree not to hurt the island and the reef. So that's why you have the long bridge to walk over. Really not a big deal, people.
Yes, and I know I've seen that they have accommodations if you do need assistance getting there, maybe bad knees or whatever it might be. There is it golf carts?
That we're taking people who couldn't do the walk right across that bridge. So yes, if you have accommodations, they will do it. They also had carts to pull your kids across. So they are making accommodations for people.
Yeah.
So we're going to hop on this tram. What other questions do we have?
Okay, so did you eat already? How was the food?
We're actually going back to eat now. Bear with me.
Awesome. I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're getting in a
I
tram.
love that they have trams to bring you down.
Hi.
I love it. And if you guys have questions,
Oh, look at
please let us
this.
know. This is all
They
live
gave us
TV.
backpack space on the tram.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
That's awesome. Love
So,
backpack
yes, there's
space.
space here.
Oh, very nice. Okay. So you have room for your
Pretty
stuff, so you're not just
cool.
holding it all and the kids and everything else. Say beaches are
Yes,
compared to everything else.
correct. I know this is really bad video.
No, you are good. It seems like there's just a little bit of a delay.
Okay.
Let's
You want me to
see.
pop back Cabana?
Yes, I was gonna say when you're in the cabana, let's come back on.
I'll tap on when I get to the cabana.
Awesome. Okay, I will see you then. Yay. Okay, so we are gonna come back.
Stay
As you
put.
guys know, Disney Wi-Fi, right? Things are growing and changing. I have seen some good feedback about, Wi-Fi capabilities on the island compared to Castaway, but if there is no actual Wi-Fi, then it comes down to your internet provider, and that can vary depending on who you have. So we are going to connect again when Laura's at the cabana. I see questions about what things do you need to take from the beaches, about covering the pier. I would say that's a great piece of feedback to provide to Disney. Disney is great about listening to feedback. I will say, I know there's going to be a lot of comparing Castaway to Lookout. I get that. But when you're thinking about that walk from the ship to the family beach, there's not a ton of shade there either. So if that is important, I would say, and trust me, I'm the first one to complain about it being too hot or too cold, but I would say if that's something that's important to you, if you were on the preview cruise and you definitely think it's a point, I would say let Disney know that's something that they can look to add because they are really good about listening to that feedback. I think another thing that we all have to remember is this is the first, right? There's going to be a lot of good, there's going to be some complaints, and we should just go ahead and set those expectations, right? Disney is amazing at continuing to evolve things. I mean, just look at the parks and how those are always changing. I don't love some of the immediate complaints that are coming out of it, trying to directly compare it to Castaway because it's not Castaway, right? The same thing happened when the Wish first came out. People were complaining that it's not like the rest of the fleet. It wasn't supposed to be like the rest of the fleet. We're comparing apples and oranges here. So I would say go in with an open mind. That's one of the best things that you can do, just so you're giving it a fair chance, right? This is not, I want to make it very clear, it is not a private island that Disney owns. This is private property on an island. So, like Laura was saying, other cruise lines have their own resort space here, their own private island, not private island, their own private property there. So it is going to be different than Castaway. I just want to get that out there. And for those who are just tuning in, we are going to be going live with Laura from her cabana. So I'm not sure exactly. I've never had a cabana, so I'm excited to see what it's all about. But the pictures I saw did look amazing. I've heard really good things about the drinks. I've heard really good things about the food. So I'm excited. Laura has been across the fleet. She sailed with Disney across the world. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna trust her judgment. I've seen some things about the flies too. There's flies at Castaway. There's flies. We were in Jamaica. There were flies. Again, I think it's summertime. It's the first time anybody was there and food was there, right? So we kind of, again, reset expectations. If that's feedback that Disney's getting, they're not just gonna let it go wayside. They're going to do something about it. It does seem like they had some sort of fly swatters that were around the eating areas. But this was the first time anyone has been there, right? Think about the first time. If you move into a house that nobody's ever lived in, there's going to be some cobwebs around. So yes, people have been there getting the property ready, but if there's no one actually preparing the food, right? Flies are opportunistic to say the least. And I hate flies. Bugs in general, not my deal. So I'll be curious to hear her 2 cents on the flies as well. And what other questions? I did not do the preview. Man, that would have been fun, but you know, Disney Disney is doing a whole lot of amazing things. I was lucky enough to sail on the Magic a couple weeks ago, which I love the Magic. If you haven't sailed on the Magic before, I can't recommend it enough. But did not get to go on the preview cruise. And let's see, it was just a Castaway yesterday. No flies here. Hungry bird. Yes, the birds there can be something else. I am so excited for you to see Lookout. And when you guys are at Lookout, I need you to tag me in all of your pictures and videos and everything so that I can live through you. I currently don't have a cruise booked there. So if anybody wants a friend to tag along, I am excited to see how the property continues to grow. I know I've seen reports that, Disney's planted a lot of trees. Maintaining the environment and the culture were two huge points when Disney was investing in this property. So I'm excited to see how it continues to evolve, with the trees as they grow. There's going to be more shade. Of course, it is summertime, so it's going to be hot, but I would love for you guys to include me in everything that you are seeing and let me know that feedback too. And I know I've got a list of questions here about food. The food is included like it is on the ship. I have also heard that you use your Key to the World card to make purchases if you wanted to buy like merchandise. Some of the merch does look really cute. There's of course things that are specific to Lookout, just like there are things specific to Castaway, things that you probably can't get on the ship, some things that might have a little bit of overlap on board. I'm not sure, we can ask Laura about that one. But I have heard that you can use your Key to the World card there, which is great. And that's something that's unique because this again is not Disney's private island like Castaway. This is a port of call. It's a private destination, but it's a port of call. So I think that's how we need to make sure we're looking at it. It is not Castaway. I can't make that clear enough. And I love Castaway, and I can't wait to love Lookout. Does everybody, and there's lots of friends watching, does everybody have a cruise book there? Am I the only one who doesn't? Because if so, that's a problem and I need to get on that. Can you use your Magic Plus plan for purchases? We can confirm with Laura, but I would assume that capability would be available on the island. I've sailed on the Magic, the Fantasy, and the Wish in the last year, and you were able to do that. You were able to make purchases on board and on Castaway with your Magic Band. So I would assume so. If it's not there now, I would assume that that's coming very shortly. Let's see, what other questions? Any fees, taxes, like a Castaway? I would assume so. Let's start a list. What do we think? You guys are wonderful friends for hanging out with me while I wait for our dear friend Laura, who, by the way, when she comes back on, can we just give her an extra little shout out because she is letting us interrupt her vacation to share with us. And I just think that's so sweet. I like to totally log off when I'm on my vacations. So when she comes back on, let's give her some love because God bless her for doing that. Okay, so we're going to talk about Magic Bands, and I'm going to get a pen that works. Magic Bands, taxes. What other questions we got? Don't have a cruise booked yet. It's my bucket list. You and me both. That and Alaska. I'm trying to figure out which one I need to pull the trigger on for next year. The only DCL guest thing. I've seen that too. So if you look at the map of Lookout that Disney has provided, there's several parts of the land that Disney did donate back to the island, right? This is a big investment for Disney, but they wanted to give back to the community too. So I do see on the map where there's a public beach, there's public roads. I'm not sure how that coordinates with the Disney areas. That is something that we can definitely talk to Laura about. I would imagine that it is Disney only property. I don't know for sure, but I would imagine that the Disney space is the Disney space. I've seen reports about, can you buy a day pass? I don't know about that. I have not seen anything like that or heard anything like that. And while we're waiting for her to, if you don't have a cruise book, know that you can always get in touch with Laura. She is here to help you plan your Disney cruises, and her planning services don't cost you any more. I'm not a travel agent. I cannot book your cruises, but she can. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Oh, you guys are the best. Let's see. Oh, we wanted to ask about the flies. And what other questions? You guys submitted a bunch too. Food is included. What else am I missing? What else do we need to ask her? We're just going to bombard this poor girl with questions when she comes back on. I've heard about the day pass, but I haven't actually seen anybody with it, and I haven't seen anything or heard anything from Disney on it. So we all know how quickly rumors get started on the internet. So I see, all I know for a fact is I see on the map where there is public beach areas and public roads. I don't know how those areas interact with the Disney spaces. I know that Disney is employing a lot of locals, and one of the really cool parts about this port is that they're going to be able to do some awesome, exclusive, more local feeling excursions or port adventures. I don't know how that's going to interact with this public beach space, though. So I would say until we know for sure from Disney, I would take it with a grain of salt. I would assume that there is a good chunk of merch that is specific to the island, just like with Castaway. There are things that you can only get on Castaway. I would assume that there are some things that are only going to be available on Lookout versus the ship. There's only so much space on board the ships and the stores. And Laura is an angel who is letting us interrupt her vacation to take us live from her cabana on Castaway. If you missed it, we were in the kind of family areas before, and she was taking the tram back, and the Wi-Fi just wasn't quite cooperating on the tram back. So she's going to come back on once she is at her cabana. And we're going to talk through all of these questions. But Laura's also an amazing travel agent. She's been cruising with Disney for years and years. And she knows Disney like the back of her hand. I swear there's no question that I ask her that she doesn't know. Plan your Disney cruise on your own. Reach out to her. There's a link on screen to Laura's page on the DCL community. And her planning services are 100% free for you to use. So let her be that resource in your planning. She's also awesome and a former New Yorker like myself. Transportation for people with disabilities. Yeah, so they do have, Disney's not going to make you walk that walkway. You have the space from the ship to the tram area if you cannot. So there do appear to be lots of golf carts right when you get off the ship. I have heard that you can go to guest services and just kind of check in on what protocol might be. From what I can see, all 3 gangways on both of the ships have appeared to be open, and we can get Laura back in here. Hello. Oh, that signal is so much better. Yay.
Sorry about that. That
No.
was a horrible signal.
Oh, no, you are good. And we just got lots of people in here singing your praises, which I'm grateful for. But we have so many questions for you.
What happened while I was gone?
Well, we were all talking about how much we love you, and that was the first part. But next part is just questions about the transportation for people with disabilities. Were all three gangways open for people to be able to get off and get golf carts?
This morning they were all open, and there were a lot of golf carts going back and forth from the time we got off. It was quite a lineup, and when the cruise director says to you, we're not expecting to clear the ship for you to get off the ship, until 8:30. Don't clog the stairways. He means it. So if he has to say that 4 times before 8:30, there's people not listening. So honestly, don't do
Yes.
that. It just held
I
us
was
all
gonna
up.
say,
But
yeah, because the crew
so
needs to
when
get off too, and if the crew can't get off,
exactly.
then no one can get off.
And remember, the excitement for this was not only the guests, but it was everybody's first time. The
Yeah,
captains, like everybody's first time. So everybody was super excited about this morning. So everybody ran for the gangway at 8:30. And there were plenty of
yes.
golf carts. There were plenty of, for people with disabilities. And I'm going to stress that it's just for people with disabilities. My cabana, I'm Cabana 1, and I'm going to flip my phone so you can see it. It's a flat walkway. And now that I
Okay.
have good signal, I want to stress that if you are a Disney World goer and the bus drops you off at, let's say, Epcot, and you walk from the bus to the park entrance, it's probably longer than this walk everybody is fussing about to get from the ship to the
Ooh,
pier. I mean,
good to know.
I'm really not sure why people are going, oh my God, I have to walk. Um, it's like walking to a bus at Disney World at the end of the night or to get your monorail. So really, it's not a big deal. I don't know if this works, but it looks
Oh
scarier than
my
it
goodness,
is.
look at how blue that water is.
It's stunning blue. It
Oh,
is stunning blue. But
oh my
people have been
goodness.
walking back and forth to the ship all day. Now, the Carnival
Yeah,
ship that is way beyond off to my right, people can't walk back and forth to their ship because they tender boat. And if you are used to
yes.
tendering, it is not fun. You sit on the boat, wait for it to fill, go
Yeah.
across, wait for the tender boat. People have been walking, I've been watching, going back and forth to the ship all day. It's an extension of the ship. So the walk is no big deal. As a matter of fact, I forgot
Yeah.
my charging cord and I'm seriously considering running back to my room so that my phone is charged. So I hope that answers the walk to the ship question.
Yeah. No, I love that. It paints a good picture and kind of sets those expectations because I mean people walk to Serenity from the family beach all the time and that's a hike as well. So
I
Disney
think it's
goers,
longer.
and don't worry, like Laura was saying, there's options. Yeah. Oh, good to know. Let's see. So we had questions about a lot of people questioning, is this area only for Disney cruisers? There's rumors online about locals being able to buy day passes to access the area.
They
I know
can.
I've seen
They
online
can.
there's a public beach. So have you heard anything on that?
So this
Awesome.
area that Disney has, Lookout Cay, they do let the people of the Bahamas who live here. I can't pronounce the island. I'm terrible, so I'm not going to try. They are allowed to buy a day pass and come, but they usually do that when there's
Good
no
to
ship
know.
in port. Remember, we're not
Got
here every day. So they buy a day
it.
pass. It's not free for them, and they do come use the island. Now, are they here right now? Probably not. Would we know if they are? Probably not.
No.
So, you know, I'm in an area right now that it's for Cabana use only. I was over in that main area before. I wouldn't know if they were somebody from the island or from our ship. Really, there's enough space for everybody. So I wouldn't really stress too much about that.
Got it. Okay, good to know. And we've got some people asking about what's included with a cabana. Can you give us a little bit of a quick tour around where you're staying?
Sure, sure. So I'm in an ADA Grand Cabana. This one holds up to 54 guests. It's crazy. Uh,
54.
yeah. So it's ADA, so it's got a ramp to the beach. So I'm actually standing on the outdoor porch, and they've taken this up a notch. So what I'll do is I'll run down the ramp to the beach, and then I'll walk you up into it, so you get the full effect. It's a
Beautiful.
long walkway. So I'm going to flip the camera around.
Oh
I
my
hope you can
gosh, just
hear
look
me
at the
when I do.
sand. Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to take you right onto the sand. So we get the best view of the ship from here.
oh my gosh,
And then You see her? There's your fantasy, Rebecca.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So
my
we're
girl. My girl.
I know. So we're walking up the ramp. This is our ramp to our cabana. It's really long, and you can see they have the rails because it's ADA. And we're still coming up the ramp. Tell me if I'm making you nauseous.
And is this the only, no, you're good. Is this the only ADA cabana or do they have more than
There's
one?
two of them on family on this part of the island, and on the other side, there are, I think, two Serenity Bay ones. This is the shower,
Good
and
to
it
know.
has hot and cold water.
Awesome.
Then this is the outdoor deck area.
Oh my goodness.
It's
This is
huge, huge,
huge.
huge. And it has a little wraparound porch. And then you go
Wow.
inside, and we have seating, nice big table.
Wow.
The indoor. Now, this kind of looks like a, cabana. Look at the size of this butterfly. Can you see this?
Yes.
Um,
Holy chicken nuggets. Oh my goodness.
yeah. And then it has all the things you'd see in a cabana. It's, Castaway Key, except we have a sink because it's the Grand Cabana.
Nice.
And now we have an iPad instead of, can you see the iPad?
Yes. Yes.
So I
Wow.
can place an order, beverages, towels, food tray collection, snacks. I can get more kids' toys, or I can get my golf cart, and I can change the music.
Oh, so cool.
Yep. And then here's the
Oh,
closet with the safe, the towels. And we had a crab in here before. It looks like he left.
oh, oh, that's good.
Yes.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that is
So what
just
comes with the
beautiful.
cabana?
Somebody's asking if we can. Oh, yes.
So you get chips, and um, you get your sunblock, fruit, sodas, waters, snorkel equipment, and this all day long. And
Wow.
yes, you see,
Oh my gosh, that looks so nice.
56.
Somebody's asking if we should throw a party there, and I think that we should throw a party in there.
If you were here, I would be tossing them back with you. We'd be partying all the time.
Woo-hoo.
It has been
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh
Never mind coconut
my
cups.
gosh. Okay. So let's see. What other question? Oh, can you use.
What questions do we have?
Oh, that is so cute. But
Yeah.
yes. Okay. So questions on magic bands. Can you use them and the Key to the World card for purchases on the island?
Yes. Both.
Beautiful.
Both.
Can you or do they charge taxes on the island for purchases like on Castaway?
Let me check, because of course I already made a purchase. I can tell you.
Oh,
Was I charged tax?
look at you. Market research. You're so good.
10%, yes. Taxes, yes. Taxes, yes.
Oh, okay, good to know. And then somebody's asking what time zone. Did you change time zones going
We didn't, it's
from
still
Florida?
Eastern, yeah, Florida. Whatever time it is in Florida, it's here. Same time zone.
Beautiful. And then lots of questions about the flies. Have you noticed an abundance of flies?
There are flies by the bars, but I don't have flies by me right now. Anywhere where there's like syrups, there are
Awesome.
flies.
Good to know. And then how are the beaches? Is there plenty of seating? What about umbrellas?
Seating and umbrellas are endless.
Beautiful. And then how's the splash pad or water park for the kids?
Adorable. I'll get pictures of it when we're back in a couple days, when I'm over at that side primarily.
Yeah,
So
because
watch my
you're
page
visiting
and you'll see.
twice, right?
Yeah, we're here twice. So tomorrow will be in Nassau. The next day will be at Castaway, and then we come back here. So follow me on social media, and you will see all the pictures of the other side then.
Amazing. Okay, love that. And then somebody's asking about the railing height on the bridge. Is it tall enough? Afraid for my kids.
Oh, plenty of height. It's totally safe. Nobody's
Beautiful.
falling off.
And then what about exclusive merchandise? Anything that you can't get on the ship that's available at Lookout?
It's much like Castaway. If you see it here, get it. It's not on the
Yeah.
ships.
Yes. And someone's asking, does Carnival or Princess have access to the Disney side as well?
Nope.
No. Yes. This just for Disney guests
This
right
is
now.
Disney. Yes.
Yeah.
They have Half Moon
And
Cay.
Laura,
That's their private island.
that's right. That's right. And somebody's asking, is this a single cruise or a back-to-back that you're doing?
I'm just doing a back to back. The inaugural. Oh no, I'm sorry. Did I say back to back? No, no. The inaugural sailing featured the two stops here. Sorry to
Beautiful. And
confuse you.
then are the characters on the island? No, you're good.
The characters are here, and I will see them in 2 days or 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
Beautiful. Okay. And then I think we've answered all the questions. You guys, let me know if there's any that I missed before we let Laura go. Enjoy the rest of her day. And again, thank you, Laura, so much for letting us interrupt your beach day and your vacation.
I'm
And
more
I
than
guess
happy
just
to.
first reaction, you're so sweet. But first reactions to Lookout as a whole, would you recommend for your clients, for Disney cruisers around the
I think it's a
world? What
beautiful
do you think?
second. It's a beautiful second Disney private island experience. It's definitely different than Castaway Cay, but it is beautiful. This water, the sands, the beaches are beautiful. The entertainment is different. I think that your kids are gonna love it. Adults are gonna love it. Come check it out. It's a must do.
Agreed. Yes, and somebody's asking the prices of a cabana. That varies on time of
It's going to
year
vary
and
on around time of year. Yeah. They're ranging from seven, six. I think this one, their price ranges are 500 to 1,000 on this cruise, depending on what beach and what size you have.
beautiful. And
But they're seasonal prices.
yes. And if you guys have questions on how all that works, reach out to Laura. She is on vacation, but I can tell you firsthand, she is answering emails. She is here to help you plan your cruise to Lookout to Castaway anywhere in the world with Disney. She is here to help you. And I don't know about you guys, but I wish I was with Laura in that Grand Cabana having a frozen drink out of a pineapple because that seems way more fun than real life right now.
It is amazing. I'm not going to lie, but I'm about to go eat my first ocean burger on this new island. Got to break it in and follow me for more pictures and updates.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say they can follow you. What is it, FTJ Laura?
yes, FTJ by Laura.
Beautiful on Instagram. And you guys follow her. She will be back there later this week. So if there's anything that you guys specifically want to see, go follow her, send her a message, and let's get you guys booked on a cruise there. Laura, thank you again. And we
You're
will see all
welcome.
y'all on board real soon. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.